Good evening and welcome back to the Shadow Nook. This evening we are travelling up to Scotland. Perched high on a volcanic rock overlooking the Scottish landscape, we have Stirling Castle, which has witnessed centuries of bloodshed, royal intrigue and death. But long after the battles ended, something else remained. Visitors and staff have reported shadowy figures in empty rooms, phantom footsteps echoing through the halls, and the lingering presence of those who never truly left. Tonight we explore the dark history and ghost stories of one of Scotland's most haunted castles. So, the strategic importance, let's discuss this about Stirling Castle. It sits atop a castle hill, a natural volcanic crag known as the Key to Scotland due to its position between the Highlands and the Lowlands. Whoever controlled the castle controlled Scotland. Central to the wars of Scottish independence, nearby battles included the Battle of Stirling Bridge and the Battle of Bannockburn. The castle changed hands multiple times between the Scots and the English. Sieges, starvation and executions. Suffering soaked into the very stones. One of the principal residences of Scottish monarchs, Mary Queen of Scots, was crowned here in 1543, and James VI spent part of his childhood here. Lavish royal life existed alongside brutal punishments and political betrayal. By the 17th to the 18th centuries, the castle became a military garrison, later used as barracks. Soldiers stationed here reported strange occurrences long before modern ghost stories became popular. Now, the most famous ghost story of Stirling Castle is that of the Green Lady. She is said to be a servant or attendant to Mary Queen of Scots, and according to legend, a fire broke out in the Queen's chambers. The Green Lady rushed in to save Mary. She managed to wake her, but perished in the flames. Some versions suggest that she was a close companion or lady-in-waiting to Mary, and her loyalty bound her spirit to the castle forever. Witnesses report a green-tinted figure drifting through the corridors, a faint glow, almost luminous, the sensation of being watched. And often she is seen near the royal palace and areas associated with Mary's chambers. Visitors often describe sudden cold spots and a strong emotional presence. Some say that they feel protected rather than threatened. And some believe that she still watches over the castle, guarding it just as she once guarded the Queen. We move on to the Pink Lady now. She is less well known than the Green Lady, but equally unsettling. She is often referred to as the Pink Lady, believed to also be connected to the royal court, possibly another attendant to Mary Queen of Scots. The colour pink is thought to relate to her clothing or the time period that she lived in. Sightings of the Pink Lady include a soft pink glow moving through the hallways, a female figure appearing briefly and then vanishing. Unlike the Green Lady, her presence feels colder, more distant or sorrowful. And witnesses often describe sudden silence before they see her, and a heavy melancholic feeling. The sense of unresolved grief is often associated with the Pink Lady. Now let's talk about the Phantom Highlander. One of the most frequently reported spirits is that of a Highland soldier seen patrolling the castle grounds. A guard on duty once spotted a man in traditional Highland dress approaching the castle. Thinking it was an intruder, he raised the alarm. But when others arrived, no one was there. Since then, multiple guards and visitors have reported the same figure. Descriptions of the figure include full Highland attire, silent movement, and disappearing suddenly. Some believe he's a soldier from the castle's military past, but others think he's eternally bound to guard the castle. So let's talk about the haunted Chapel Royal. The Chapel Royal within Stirling Castle itself was built in 1594. It was intended as a place of worship, yet many report it feels anything but peaceful. Visitors and staff have experienced whispering voices with no source, footsteps when no one is present, and doors opening and closing on their own. There are also reports of dark shapes moving along the walls and figures standing at the edge of vision. Many people say that they feel uneasy and watched, or compelled to leave quickly. So there are some residual hauntings and battle echoes at the castle. With centuries of conflict, the land around Stirling Castle has seen immense suffering. Visitors claim to hear clashing swords, distant shouting, and the sounds of battle, carried on the wind. Some paranormal investigators believe that these are not spirits, but echoes of the past. Emotional and violent events may have imprinted themselves into the environment. The idea that the castle itself holds memories, replaying moments of trauma over and over and over again. Now, there are some modern investigations and experiences that have happened at Stirling Castle. Some paranormal teams have investigated unexplained readings on their devices, sudden drops in temperature, and staff have described hearing footsteps in empty rooms and objects being moved on their own. They also say that there is a feeling of being watched while alone. Visitors frequently report a sense of unease and sudden chills whilst at the castle, and seeing figures out of the corner of their eye, and when they turn, there is nobody there. Stirling Castle is more than a historic landmark. It's a place where history refuses to rest. From loyal spirits like the Green Lady to shadowy soldiers still on patrol, the past lingers here in ways that we may never fully understand. So the next time you walk its ancient halls, ask yourself, are you really alone? Let me know down below if you have ever visited Stirling Castle, or if you would like to visit. If you have been, let me know down below if you have ever seen anything or experienced anything whilst you were there. And before you go, we shall do your oracle card reading. I want to do the Spirit Animals deck today, as we have not done this one in a while. As usual, I will draw one card for you and you can interpret it however you like. Okay. We have abundance, which is the bison. Sacred buffalo, cloak me in your wisdom. Keep me warm through the storms of life. Fill my life with goodness. Teach me the way of gratitude and prayer. Let me know down below what this could possibly mean to you. Thank you once again for joining me this evening in the Shadow Nook. Don't forget to collect your subscription on your way out and sleep well. Good night.